It's time for PPL playoffs. With a 5-4 record and a +14 differential in the regular season, we've placed 6th overall. So that means any of the top 4 coaches are able to pick us as their opponent for the first round. That could have been Gravy, Iron Boffin, Gunk, or Daria. And it was Gunk that picked us. I think Gunk was probably the one that I wanted to pick us least just because of her team is kind of really good against ours. So she's got the Zamazenta Crown, Chi-Yu, Clefable, Latias, Brambleghast, Clodsire, Terra Gyarados, Terra Chinchino, Bronzong, Electrode, and the mascot pick of Terra Lavastar. The combination of Zamazenta Crown and Chi-Yu into us offensively is going to be really hard work to get around. Plus she's got Clef and Clodsire as a bulk and Bronzong to wall some of our threats. Terra Gyarados is going to be a threat as well because it can set up a Dragon Dance and can just do some huge damage to our team depending on its Terra type. I honestly made so many different versions of this team. I want to shout out Onesie Bayonet for the help that he gave me because I was really going through the ringer on this one. I also really wanted to get some mocks for this game, but I was just unable to, unfortunately. So to start with, we've got Zoomies, the Deoxys Speed. We're running Life Orb and a special set. Side Shock, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and Flash Cannon gives us coverage for most of Gunk's team. We're going max special attack to just get off as much damage as possible, and we've got enough speed to outrun a Scarf Chi-Yu because I'm 100% sure the Chi-Yu is coming against us. Next, we're running a max attack Tinglu with investment in HP, defense, and special defense. We've got enough to live an overheat from the Chi-Yu, or we can live a Dark Force once we've got our Terra Ghost off. Our HP and defense investment allows us to be living quite a few crunches from the Zamazenta Crown, because that's the only thing it could run as coverage for our Ghost type. Got the Lumberry just in case the Chi-Yu is running Will-O-Wisp. She might feel safe going for the Will-O-Wisp, but then we'll be able to heal up and just go for the Earthquake. We've got Whirlwind, so we can get rid of the Zamacrown's defense boost. Heavy Slam allows us to hit Clefable. Earthquake goes into most of her team and Throat Shops for the Bronzong. Next up, we've got Cariad, Choice Spec, Sylveon, Hyper Voice, Side Shock, Shadow Ball, and Wish. Wish is there just in case I can come in on the first turn and kind of bluff that I'm a defensive set, and then I can come in and get some strong Hyper Voices off. Obviously, the Bronzong is going to be able to take most of the attacks, apart from the Shadow Ball. It can be a 2 or a 3-hit KO depending on her investment. We are modest max special attack, and then if you look at the HP EVs and the speed EVs, I was originally EV'd to outspeed all of Gunk's team in a Tailwind because I was originally bringing a Tailwind Dragonite set, and I completely forgot to readjust my EVs after throwing that set out the window, so I could have had more HP investment here and some defense investment. Next up, we've got Vulcan, the Choice Scarf Heatran with Flash Fire because it will make us immune to the Overheat or any kind of fire move that Chi-Yu wants to go for. Did originally have an Assault Vested Heatran set to deal with the Chi-Yu, but I decided I wanted to be a bit more offensive against her team because I didn't think I'd be able to take too many hits from the Zamacrown or the Chi-Yu. I wanted to try and be able to be more offensive. Our speed investment with our Choice Scarf allows us to outspeed a max Zamazenta Crown. We got Overheat, Lava Plume, Flash Cannon, Earth Power. Overheat gets like 90, 60, 98% I think on the Zamacrown if it's max invested. So it'd be really nice to get a massive hit off on that. Lava Plume is there just to potentially spread some burns. Flash Cannon for the Fable obviously, and Earth Power is just good into Gunk's team for Chi-Yu, Zamacrown, and the Clodsire, or the Electrode. Next up, we've got Nightfall, Dragonite, Heavy Duty Boots, and Multiscale. We are max special defense. This is going to be our switch into Chi-Yu. This is pretty much it. This is all Dragonite's here to do. Iron Head, so we can hit the Fable, otherwise it's going to wall us. Earthquake, as I said, ground type moves are really good into Gunk's team. Roost, so I can keep taking hits from the Chi-Yu, and Haze, just in case it's like a nasty plot set. In case the Clefable wants to run Calm Mind or Cosmic Power or something along those lines. And it also allows us to get rid of any defense boost from the Zamacrown if it's going to be running like the Body Press Iron Defense set. Finally, we've got Melpomene, the Ogerpon Wellspring. Our speed investment allows us to outspeed a Chi-Yu that doesn't have a Choice Scarf, and the rest of our investment allows us to take a Choice Scarf Overheat from the Chi-Yu, and we will KO with an Ivy Cudgel in return. Running Stomping Tantrum because the Clodsire is probably going to be running Water Absorb into us, so if it does switch on the Ivy Cudgel, the Stomping Tantrum will KO on the turn after. Knock Off to just be able to get rid of any items on the ones that are switching into Ogerpon. and then Swords Dance to allow us to hopefully get some big damage off against those slower, bulkier mons once I've dealt with some of the faster threats. At one point, I've pretty much had every single one of my mons on this team switching one mon or another out. Glimora, Jolteon, and Hitmontop have made some variants of it, but this is the 6 I've decided to go with in the end. I'm really excited to be playing Gunk because we haven't played in the regular season, but I'm also really nervous because she's a really good player and has a really good team. We've had a good regular season, so I'm hoping we can make a deep run in the playoffs, but if we don't, I've definitely enjoyed my time here. So without further ado, let's get into the battle. Yeah, so her Gyarados is Terra Dragon. There's no Chi-Yu. I was about to say this is the 6 I expected. Where the hell is Chi-Yu? I have overprepped for Chi-Yu. God damn it. Yeah, well, I'm kind of happy to not see the Chi-Yu, but I'm also a little bit worried to not see the Chi-Yu. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lead with Tinglu. My Lumberry is pretty much pointless for it. I can get my Terror off nice and early here now. I'm aiming to hit 300 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you do enjoy the content, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And here is Garrett. Okay, good luck, have fun to Gunk. I'm literally just going to get my Terror off here, and I'm just going to Whirlwind. I think that's my best bet, because, yeah, I don't really have a switch into this. So I'm just going to go for the Whirlwind, Terra Ghost, Whirlwind. I'll be able to still sit on the Zamasu if it is the body press set. So I'm Terroring first, so that means that Gunk is not Terroring her Gyarados. We do see the Intimidate obviously, so we know it's not Moxie, which is nice. I'm just going for the Whirlwind in case it is just like Dragon Dance or Sub, and we can work from there then. It's going to Taunt. Okay. Alright, okay. So that is a little bit of a problem. That is a little bit of a problem. This can always just Taunt. Tell you what, I'm just going to go Sylvie here. As this does go for a Dragon Dance, I can pop a couple of Hyper Voices. At least scare it out. Okay, so yeah, I'll always take a Waterfall from it, and we'll take an Earthquake to get +1. Oh, that's Jolly, that's not Adamant. So still do. Yeah, so here's the Dragon Dance. So I'm just going to click my Hyper Voice. If Sylveon has to go early, then Sylveon has to go early, but I will quite happily take my damage here. It needs to get to +2 to outspeed Deoxys, so yeah, even if that does happen, then I guess I can always just go back Tinglu and get a KO. So it's just going to go for the Waterfall, and that does... Are you serious? Are we starting like that? Okay. That's quite annoying. We are starting like that. I think I'm just going to have to let Sylveon go here, which is annoying. She does go for the Waterfall again. Okay. There you go. And that's Sylveon gone. Flinching playoffs, gotta love it. But hey, it's the game we play, isn't it? So I'm going to go back into Tinglu, and Throat Chop and then an Earthquake might just do what I need it to do. Yeah, it could obviously go for the Taunt here, expecting the Whirlwind again. I should have really just stayed in and got my damage with it last turn. Last time, actually, thinking about it now. Just gonna go for the Waterfall. Do we get another flinch? Oh, so that doesn't do that much damage at all. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm just gonna go for the Throat Chop again. Okay, so we are actually gonna get some damage off on it. Is this gonna do 42 to 50? That is a lot bulkier than Rocky Helmet. Okay, all right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to have to go into Deoxys here and hope that... Oh, okay, so you're just going to swap. Not expecting that. Who's this going to be? It's the Clef. Okay. Alright. I'll take that. Who is she expecting? I don't know who she was expecting here. But yeah, I'm definitely just going to hit my Flash Cannon here because it dies to 2. And I can get some decent damage off on this. I can find out what kind of investment she is. She could just go for a T-Wave. T-Wave would be a little annoying. But, hey. So she's going to withdraw. And she's going to go into Bronzong, probably? Yeah, it's the Dong. Here's the Bronzong. Alright. So, I don't believe I get the KO with a Shadow Ball next. No, I do have a blue here, because if this goes for a T-Wave, I've got the Lumberry. If it goes for a Body Press, then we're immune to it. So we're going to swap out. Obviously, we'll swap out first if she is swapping out anyway. So this could just go for a Psychic Noise, which I won't be too pleased about. Earthquake, okay. And that does a whole 50 damage to us. So, do I predict the Gyarados to come back in? I think I'm just going to go for the Throat Chop. The Gyarados could come back in, but I can get some damage off on it. I literally can't remember all of these names. It's the Clef, okay. Alright. So a Heavy Slam will nuke this. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to trick. Okay. Am I Trick Scarf now? Or am I like Sticky Barb? Okay. Alright. And she's going to get a Lumberry, which isn't going to be that useful. It does mean we're going to be taking a bit of damage here. I'm going to go for a Throat Chop here for the Bronzong coming back in. And hopefully the Bronzong does come back in. It's not going to... She's going to go for Moonlight. Okay. So I've just over-predicted there. But now we know she doesn't have the Wish, which is good to know. And then what I can do next is just go into my thingamajig. Heatran. Yeah, I'm just going to go Scarf Heatran. She's not going to go for a T-Wave here. She could go for another Moonlight. So she is staying in. And I think I just click Overheat. Hopefully she doesn't go for a T-Wave. Just move the Moonlight. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, I think Overheat is going to be decent for me. I'm going to go into Ogerpon. I think the Lattie's going to come out and I can just hit it with a knockoff. She could just be going for a T-Wave. That won't be pleasant if she does. I've got to try and make something work here for me. And hopefully it's the Lattie that comes in for Lucario. Genuinely just these names. It's the Clod. Okay. Are you Water Absorb? I don't know. So I will live if it is Gunk Shot. And then we'll see what comes in here. Is this going to be... It's this thing. Yeah. So it'd be nice to get a crit here from the Ivy Cudgel. Because we actually had a few flinches earlier. I'm going to knock here. We know he's got the dragon move. Knock will hopefully do enough damage. And then hopefully Stomping Tantrum will be able to KO if it does go for its Terra here. So she is going to Terra. Yeah. Which would really be nice to have a player up right now, but I don't have it. Where here's Dragon on the Calc. It is there. Okay, so Nox can do enough for a Stomping Tantrum to KO afterwards, hopefully. No, it's not going to. Not at all. So we're going to get rid of the Rocky Helmet. Just going to Terra Blast Dragon. And this won't KO. No. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into Heatran and maybe a Flash Cannon can KO afterwards. I know it's got HP investment. No, I'm not going to get the KO afterwards. Dio, are you going to live this? Okay, so apparently Deoxys is going to live this. So I can hopefully just get some damage off here. So we are going to go into Deoxys. She could be going for Waterfall, Terra Blast. They both do like 65, but I know she's not max attack, so it's not quite going to do that much. She's going to withdraw. Okay. Who did she expect? Did she expect Heatran to come in? I can't remember which one this is. It's this thing. Right, okay. I'm just going to click Psy Shot. I know the Bronzong can freely come in on that, but I'm just going to go for it because it's here. She is going to draw. It's probably the Bronzong coming in. I literally can't remember any of the names. It is the Bronzong. I might just go for Shadow Ball this turn because she swapped out last time. Didn't she? Yeah, we had a double last time. So I am just going to go for the Shadow Ball and take my damage on this. So she is staying in this turn. And then we'll see what she's going to go for. So another Shadow Ball will get the KO. Is it Weakness Policy? Weakness Policy Bronzong? No, okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Alright. So we might be losing our Dio here. Trick Room. Okay. Alright. I can go D-Knight, and then I can Haze. So this is less of a threat, I guess. But it is just going to be going for its move here, isn't it? D-Knight was... Okay, excellent. That's even better for us. D-Knight was here for the Chi-Yu. I'm fully Spadef. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for the Haze. And see... Ice Spinner. Okay. Alright. Thankfully we had the multi-scale there. But at least we are resetting that, which is good for us. Alright, I am going to have to let my Tinglu go here, I think. Unfortunately. Not what I want, but I can't really take another Ice Spinner from that. And I don't really need Dragonite, do I? Probably should have just let that go. Ice Spinner. I could have gone into Heatran. Alright, so I guess I just click Throat Chop. And just see if we get some good damage off on something. I think if the Earthquake, this will probably get the KO on it. It doesn't get the KO. Okay. And we do get the KO. It's not a 6-0. Not a 6-0. We will take that. I will take that. And that gets rid of the Trick Room as well, which is good for us. But, oh yeah, we are going to go down here. So Clef's going to get that KO, isn't it? Yeah. Clef gets the KO. I think Heatran is probably my best bet here. The thing I don't want him to go into is the Latias on Heatran, but Heatran covers everything else. Who is this? It's this thing. Okay. I've just got to click Overheat and hope we land. Okay, so she's just going to withdraw. And this was Gara? No, it's the Plod. So many names. So many names. And that still does a decent amount. I don't know if this is Water Absorb or not, obviously. So I can go into Dragonite. And then I think I might just click EQ. The boost on the Zam is gone, which is good. I don't think I win this game. I do not think I win this game. So she's staying in, I believe. If this goes for the EQ, then we take that. Could just go Stealth Rock. Okay. So now we are definitely on a timer. Do I just go for the EQ? I think I do. Just go for the EQ. Nice to get rid of this thing if it stays in. Could always be Shocker, of course. The only thing that wants to come in is the Latias. I will just Iron Head the Clef if the Clef comes in. So she is going to withdraw. The Lati comes in, then the Lati comes in. I still don't know who this is. It's the Clef. Alright, so how much is EQ doing to you? Yeah, can I get an Iron Head flinch? Can I, please? Please, 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 please. So, a flinch here would be nice for us. Probably not going to get it. Calm Mind, okay. So I believe another one will KO from there, because it's Lum, isn't it? But this was another reason I brought Haze instead of Dragon Tail, was in case this started setting up in front of me. Can we get the KO? We did not get the KO. Do we get a flinch? We do. Okay. Justice. Justice. Okay. At least we got a flinch back in return. She is going to let us have the clap, which is nice. Which is very, very nice. Oh, I can't remember who this was. Okay, it's this thing. Tell you what, I'm just going to Haze, just in case it goes for an Iron Press. Iron Defense. Behemoth Bash. Okay. Alright, so that does get us KO there. Now, Heatran can almost KO this. And by almost KO this, I mean very, very nearly. I've got to go Heatran here. Yeah, so the Zama is definitely a problem. Overheat does not KO. It gets like 96%. I think the two will KO the Clodsire. 2 will not KO the Latias. So he's going to withdraw. There goes the Zama. And she's going to send out the Lati. Yeah, here's the Lati. Alright, this is a bit of a problem. That super takes that. Alright. Is it just going to Healing Wish? So we are swapping out. Pretty sure she's just clicking Healing Wish, and then the Gara can get all of its HP back, and Gara cleans up. Or she could just drop a Draco. Just drop a Draco. And she's going to miss. Okay. So, I'm just going to click Knock Off in the hopes this stays in, but I'm pretty sure the Zama's going to come in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zama's coming in. I think this was the Zama. I can't remember the name. Oh, it's this thing. Okay. How much is Knock Off going to do? Is Knock Off going to be able to get KO? It is not. Okay. So, Terrible Ass Dragon will KO us here. I'm going to go for a crit Ivy Cudgel. Oh, I don't even know if that will KO. But it does not KO. And she will get a KO in return. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go into Deoxys because I'm trying to come up with an endgame for Heatran. But the Lati being there is a problem. But yeah, Shadow Ball should KO this in case she wants to go into Lati. And then a second one should get a KO. Obviously, she could go into Clod here. But she's just going to let us have this. Yeah. So, if the Zama comes in, it will get a KO. If Lati comes in, it will take one. Who is this? This is this thing. Okay, so I've got to land a Focus Blast. And then I've just got to keep clicking Lava Plume afterwards. So we do land, thankfully. And I guess this Death Drop, which isn't going to matter. Because this is definitely going to get a KO here. Trailblaze. Okay. And now we're in trouble. Now we are in trouble. Yeah, cool tech. Cool tech. That's going to outspeed me at +1, surely. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Oh! Okay. Okay. We are still in this. We are still in this. How much HP do I have? Oh, it's going to be Lati versus my thingy. Okay, she's giving me this. Alright. This is annoying. I don't have Taunt here. Healing Wish. And then the Clod comes in. Yeah. Ah, really. Oh, Scarf. Okay. It is Scarf. Okay. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Now the Clod comes in. Do I click Lava Plume or do I just click Flash Cannon? Let's find out. Let's find out. Flash Cannon and Lava Plume do exactly the same damage. So I'm just gonna have to click Lava Plume. Oh, she's just gonna stay in. Alright. Yeah, so I actually guess the Death Drop. Like, honestly, Flash Cannon wasn't doing that much more to Lati. Nice to get the burn chip. But yeah, I was hoping to maybe get a burn on the Clod, so I could have at least had a couple turns. And yeah, so we're going to go down to another one of these, aren't we? Yeah, we'll get another Death Drop. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be to Gunk. There we get the burn. Would have been nice to get that last turn. Yeah, GG to Gunk. That is going to be us out of playoffs, obviously, and Gunk is going to advance into semi-finals. Gunk got a really threatening team. She makes some really amazing content, so make sure you go and check her channel out. The link will be in the description down below. Yeah, she's got an interesting spin on things over there, and it's really good to watch. Yeah, I've had a really good season. It's been fun to play in PPL, and I'm really happy to make playoffs. Yeah, just once again, thanks to Gravy for inviting me. Thanks to all the coaches for just being really good people. They're honestly a really good bunch to be included with, so it's been a really fun season. It's helped that I got to playoffs, obviously. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run here, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed. There will be more content coming.